Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you are new, another NASCAR Thunder 2003 career mode episode. I am excited for this one because we have Talladega and California on the dock for today, and I feel like this is going to be our most successful, like, 2 race in a row kind of episode, so I'm excited for that. Richmond, that's going to be a tough one, but then we go to Lowe's, that should be pretty good, so a couple of decent tracks come up for us. Pocono might do okay, Michigan should do all right at, so I'm excited for a handful of the races coming up. I already put together a car. We got all the sponsorships to redo after this race besides primary. We just redid that one, trying to finish like top 40 I think each race, but all the secondary ones we'll have to redo after this episode or after this race, Talladega. So I'm excited. We have what is it, our best car we can really on us. We have 62 power on the engine. That's the most power I think I've had on an engine so far at a super speedway, so I'm excited to see how we're gonna do there. I think we finished top 10 here last season at one point in Talladega. I think it was the second race this season in Talladega we finished top 10. The chassis doesn't really matter because all our chassis are like pretty much the same, besides a little bit of tire grip or tire wear here and there, so I'm just going with one that's all 50. It doesn't matter at that point if they're all the same, so I'm just going with the lower condition one. Then we have some engines and chassis being built at the meantime, and then all our team members did quit last episode. So I had to get whole new ones, had to get new builders and everything, which I want to replace. I replaced the crew chief already, but I have to wait until the fabricator, chassis, and engine builder are done with their projects so we can rehire the other ones we had because we went broke. But the crew guys are just going to stay the same. I don't care about that anymore for this season because we're not running great anyways, so we don't need to be paying that extra money. So let's get on Talladega and see how we can do here. All right, getting on the qualifying here, I got down to like a 50.0 and pole time is a 49.4 from Jeff Gordon, so we're actually quite quick. I'm gonna sit here and really focus up on these 2 laps. First lap's just gonna be a warm-up lap anyways, getting up to speed, but I got up to like 190 miles an hour by myself, like without any draft or anything in practice, which is huge. So I'm excited for that. I think we could actually qualify around top 10 if we could hit our 50.0. I just had to hit it so smooth, so we'll see what we can do here. All right, coming off turn 4, we have a good time going, I believe. So I'm thinking we're gonna get a low 50. First lap was like a 51.7 and got 28th. This is gonna be close to a top 5, I think. It's gonna be very, very close. 50.004, what does that get us? 5th? Oh my God, that's amazing.
The NASCAR Winston Cup Series visits the famous Talladega Superspeedway today for the Aaron's 499. This is Joe Moore and Barney Hall for MRN, and we're live to bring you all the action. And Barney, this track always manages to produce some white-knuckle moments.
Let me sum it up for you all. 2.6 miles, 4 lanes, 190 miles an hour. Just doesn't get much better. Let's just hope these guys can stay out of the big one.
Michael Waltrip has got to be happy about qualifying so well this week.
I could tell by the look on his face this morning how happy he was. I didn't even have to ask. Great to see him starting up front for a change.
We really haven't seen a good finish this season from the Easy Care car.
Boy, that's the truth. That makes it even harder to focus on race day. He needs a good finish today to regain some confidence in himself.
In 1992, Kyle Petty enjoyed one of his finest seasons in Winston Cup with a 5th place points finish, 2 wins, and 5 front row starting spots.
And he followed that up with another 5th place points finish the next year. But after that, he struggled for a long, long while, reaching a career low of 43rd place after the 2001 season.
I cannot believe we qualified 5th. I kind of forgot to change any of the gearing, so I don't know how well this is gonna go in the race, because I had this thing maxed out basically for like single car speed as much as I could. I tried to do some acceleration stuff for the beginning of this race. That did not work apparently, so that's unfortunate, but we should be able to catch back up some being in the draft because our acceleration is so damn slow, because I have it so maxed out for top speed for qualifying. But I tried doing a little bit of like 3rd and 4th gear changes beforehand to try and get it to accelerate well. But hopefully, being still in the draft a little bit, I'm hoping we could catch back up to Steve Park and them. I'm hoping we can run top 10, try and work our way back to that top 5 spot because we qualified very well. I just have to say so smooth through these corners. And the reason we're fast at Talladega and Daytona compared to like all the other tracks, we don't have the stability help here because our car's not getting loose. Like I could be really smooth on the steering input and not have to worry about like the car trying to do the stabilizing like and all that, and it slows us up and straightens us out and all that. But Talladega, Daytona, I kind of have free reign of it, and that's what I'm hoping is similar at California next race for the most part. I'm hoping we can run pretty well there as well with this engine. I imagine we'll use the same engine. Once we get that drafting R&D done, we'll be getting some better draft further back, I believe. We're getting a good run here. I don't really have anywhere to go with it. Oh my goodness, I did not know Kevin Harvick was going to be on our outside there. I'm somehow slid up between him and Steve Park there. Try and get the draft off of Mark Martin and Steve Park here the best we can. Hope Mark Martin stays high here. He kind of does. I need to kind of move Steve Park down a little so I can get on by Mark Martin. Because we are running well. I was just worried about my top speed. Oh, we're 3 wide. I got a little tight into the corner. I really tried to minimize tire wear, so when I go to pit, we're not having to take tires, or at least only have to take 2 or something like that. One or the other. These guys jumping up in front of me is slowing me up, because right when you get on their bumper, basically, it'll slow you up a couple miles an hour so you don't hit them in the rear end. That's the one thing about this game that's a little weird. You can't like really get into the rear end of somebody at these tracks to really push them anymore. You kind of just have to take the slingshot and go with it. Dale Jr.'s trying to go in front of us. Harvick kind of moving back and forth. I'm trying to use his draft, but also slingshot off them like that a little bit. Getting under Harvick, so that's good. Now we're going to be on the bumper of Johnson. I get a little tight on the corner. So I'm trying not to turn it too hard, too quickly. You're definitely losing the top group, which is a little unfortunate, but we're keeping with these guys a lot better than we were at Daytona because we have a little bit more speed and all that. Try to take the acceleration. We're at 195 miles an hour. Wow. That is flying right now. Oh, got a little tighter. We're good. We're up to 8th. I'm really hoping when we pit, we take like 2 tires or just fuel and move on with our day, and hopefully we can hold off these guys or maybe catch the front guys a little bit too. That'd be awesome. Now the only problem is nobody's in front of us to keep up with the draft with. We're kind of just ahead of the group behind us now. We're at a 49.3. That is kind of wild. But yeah, their group is just kind of all together. I think I could have kept up with them in the draft for the most part, but we were so slow on accelerating that was not the option for us at all. Like we could not do that for the save our life if we wanted to. But we have good single car speed, which is the good thing. So I think we're just going to stick here with Johnson and Harvick as long as we can. Go as far as we can on fuel and just take fuel only, hopefully, at the end of this thing and see how this plays out. We just got it saying that our right front tire is worn out. So our front tires are already wearing out, which is not a good sign. Because I really don't want to have to take tires. But if we're already getting yellow tires on lap 5, I think we're going to have to take at least 2 tires when we pit, which is unfortunate because I tried that at Daytona. I did not mean to get into Harvick there. I'm just trying to do as little turning as possible. I did that at Daytona, and I feel like I was just slower towards the end of the race. Like, I don't know if it necessarily benefited me not taking tires for our pit stop. So I'm going to have to really think about this and see what I want to do here. Some people are already pitting. One guy did blow his motor already. I did a little strategy of trying to let Dale Jr. in front of us, and we're getting up to like 198 miles an hour on the straightaways, so we are a lot faster with Dale Jr. leading us, and I can just kind of keep in his draft. I just have to not mess it up in the corners is the only problem. But you can see how fast we are. It's so crazy. We ran a 48.8 already. What was this lap? A 48.6. Like, we are absolutely flying, so I kind of want to pit with Dale Jr. here, just to try and stay with him the best as we can. But the only problem is I don't know how that's going to play out because our pit crew's not going to be as good as his and stuff. So, oh yeah, our front tires are red. We're going to have to take all 4 tires, I think. I don't know if our tires are going to make it to the end. I tried doing the tire strategy of, like, not wearing out our tires, but apparently I did the opposite. So I think I messed up there. doing what I was trying to do for the tire wear and all that. But either way, we're fast as hell. We're gonna pit here pretty soon, probably in the next like couple laps, so you guys will see pit stops soon enough. Alright, we're gonna pit this time. We got very low fuel. I kind of lost Dale Jr. a little bit because I got tight in the turn one and scraped it a little bit. But, so that's a little unfortunate. I kind of wanted to try and stay out a lap or two more, but with how tight we're getting, I want to drop the wedge a little bit so we don't mess up more like that. But losing Dale Jr.'s draft is huge. I'm sad about that because we were flying having his draft. We had multiple laps and that was 48s. That was awesome. But we're going to have to nail our pit stop here the best we can. Hopefully not get slowed up here. Yeah, we're good. Did not want... Oh, that's Kurt Busch's car. That's an interesting Kurt Busch car. I didn't want to get slowed up by him. Yeah, our tank is running empty now. So we went from very low to running empty in one lap. But got to get down to 70 miles an hour. Definitely do not want to get to 5 seconds or speeding. That would be awful. Just be careful with it. And let's drop the wedge a little. And we should be good. Take all 4 tires. Hopefully they don't screw up because we don't have as good of guys anymore. But please, please have a nice clean stop. It was a clean stop. It was just really slow. 18.3, like that is not good at all. That is very, very bad. That's poor for sure. But leaders on pit road now. We're in 17th. Dang. I think there's still some guys that we're gonna have to pit, I would imagine. Because I know Junior still stayed out another lap than us, and I don't know who else did, but we really need to get some draft help. I think this is Jeremy Mayfield catching me, or it might be Bill Elliott, because Bill Elliott was right behind us when we pitted, so I might try and draft with him. Yeah, it looks like Bill Elliott, and I'm going to try and draft with him for the most part. I might get him out in front of me and try and use his draft like we did with juniors, because that worked out very well for us. I just needed to slow him up just enough to get in front of him so I can get up to speed first, and then we'll start drafting with him and hopefully make up some time. I think everybody on pit road here, we're going to be going by for position. All right, Bill, come on, get around us so I can slot in behind you because we're up to speed now. You guys on pit road, I think we'll still get back to the top 10 because we were absolutely flying before. 14th, 13th, 12th right here it looks like. It's going to be tight for a top 10, I think. That's going to be tough, man. I think I messed up a little too much, or our pit crew wasn't fast enough for that. Try and let Bill by here, and then let's get in his draft, and we can go 190 plus for sure. Because I know I can go 190 by myself, but in the draft we go much quicker, and we're catching these guys off the exit pit road, so we should be going flying by them too. At least I'm hoping so. I hope Bill doesn't get behind him. Oh, he is checking up. Yep, that's what I was afraid of right there. And they slowed us up 10 miles an hour. I did not even lift off the throttle for that at all. I did not lift one bit. And we just got slowed up a ton because of it, because we got too close. Same when we got to Steve Park there, got a little close and it slowed us up. That is what I was worried about going into that corner. Dang it. And now we have Johnson, and it looks like Kevin Harvick back there. So I may just need to stay in front of these guys for the next few laps so I don't lose any positions. Oh, get down, get down. Didn't turn enough on entry. But, yeah, it looks like we might get 11th. That's a little unfortunate. I was hoping for that top 10. We were running right around top 10 anyways. But the start of that race really killed us, just not having the acceleration off the start. We qualified 5th, though, which was awesome. We should get some good money out of this race nonetheless, but I just got to hold these guys off for the last, like, what, 4.5 laps here? Shouldn't be too difficult, but I think we can do it. Oh, somebody blew a motor. I thought somebody already blew a motor earlier, but I don't know if that's for a position. Who is that? That looks like Jeff Gordon. That's definitely for a position. That's 10th place. Oh, we can get another top 10 here. Talladega is definitely our best track by far. That's like for us on the schedule. We could qualify top 5 now, like not guarantee, but we definitely can because we just did it. And we could easily, not easily, but we could finish top 10 as long as we have a nice clean race. I just really need to get better on our acceleration. It looks like Johnson's getting to my outside. There's a horde of cars behind me. Holy crap. I was not ready for that. I wonder if my little bit of side damage is slowing me down a little bit aerodynamically. Because we were flying before, but those two, I need to get in one of their drafts. Bill Elliott looks like he's going to stay low. I'm going to try and stay in his draft the best we can. these last 2 laps and maybe catch back up to them. I should be able to. We're gonna fly up to them. Like, the draft is so strong in this game, it's crazy. 93, 190. We gotta stay 193, 194 right before entry, but it's gonna check me up on entry because I'm getting right to Bill. Hopefully I can kind of push him by Johnson here. Please don't pull up. Please don't pull up. Thank you for staying down, Bill. I love you, Bill. And now we're gonna try and take the slingshot off of him. Get that fresh air out on the nose. Leader's taking the white flag now. Maybe I should have stayed behind Bill until the white flag, but you know, gotta get the spots when you can. I want to get this top 10 so badly. I just gotta block all the lanes like I'm leading the damn race. Got Ricky Rudd flying up. Got Jeremy Mayfield behind us. Rudd's trying to look low. Got to him just in time. Go back up from Mayfield. Stop his momentum. Ricky Rudd's looking low on us. As long as I don't screw up these corners, we should be all right. Mayfield's a little far back. Ricky Rudd's jumping up in front of him. Got the 10 car. Is that Johnny Benson or Scott Riggs? I think it's Benson, I want to say, back in this game. I cannot quite remember. I have not been around him too much, so I don't 100% remember who's in the 10 and 03. Ricky Rudd's trying to get to my outside. Oh, he slows up a little bit there, trying to get to my bumper. That may have slowed him up just enough for us to get that top 10. Oh, he's getting a huge run, actually. Oh, boy. Getting a big run. He's trying to go outside. He's trying to juke back inside. Juking back outside. I'm kind of just going to stay low. Looks like it's going to work out for us. Jump back up in front of him. And we get that top 10. Let's go. Qualified 5th. Got 10th. That's a great race weekend for us. Ooh, we got a lot of money for that race. See, like the prestige bonuses and all that coming in right when we get the sponsorships done and like that. Those kind of races are the best for us. But yeah, Jeff Gordon blew his engine. He is dropping in points dramatically. He did finish dead last year. He started P1. He led half the race almost and then finished dead last. That is so sad for him. I thought somebody else blew their engine. I cannot speak, but they did not, so that's unfortunate. Dale Jarrett gets the win. Michael Waltrip right behind him, and Junior ended up all the way up there in 6th, and we were right on him before we came into the pits. We were like a second back, and then we just lost him after that, so that's unfortunate, but we actually ended up getting a good amount of money there, which is perfect and exactly what we needed. All right, we got almost $250,000 in the bank, which is perfect. We need to go re-sign all these secondary sponsors. Average start of 35th, average start of 40th, that's much more likely. Qualify 40th, that's actually more likely than average starting in 40th, because this one pays out a little bit more also. Let's go Nikon there. Associate rank 40th in points, that's probably not gonna happen. Rank 35th in earnings. See, like we just had Dega, that's probably not gonna happen. Rank 35th in points, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Let's just rank 40th in points, that's probably gonna drop though. And then these ones are just participate in a race. So let's just go with our highest prestiges and keep trying to get them up so we can just get more money out of it. And then we'll go with easy care on this one, since we'll probably go down in easy care for the other one, but either way, that's besides the points. And then coming up to California, let me change the car on this one. Let me go to the chassis, tire grip, tire wear. I think I'd rather have a little bit more tire grip, so let's go that one, because they're all pretty much the same anyways. This is still our best engine, 61 power, so I'm going to keep with that for now, because we're going to need that power for this 2-mile track, and I'm hoping we could actually run pretty decent here. That would be awesome. That's my goal, because I'm hoping we could start top 40, finish top 40. That would be awesome. I need to do some practice. Standings-wise, we are 41st. We actually passed Casey Kane. Wow, it's probably from Dega right there, because we finished 10th. So that's probably the only reason why we're not that far behind Greg Biffle, kind of far behind Hamilton and Kimmel there. So at the top, I know it changed dramatically last week. Where's Gordon from all that? 267 back. Start of last episode, he was leading the points, but Dale Jarrett's still leading the points. He won Dega, so that helps him out a lot. Sterling Marlin over 100 back. Dale Jr., Mark Martin, and Bobby Labonte brings up the top 5. So Dale Jarrett's kind of running away with it right now. No, I don't want to jinx him, but right now he's got it in the bag, but we're only like a third of the season in, so we're just under a third of the season in, really. We're like a quarter of the season in, actually, with 9 races. So that's interesting. So we'll see how that plays out the rest of the season. Gordon's going to need a huge comeback to try to defend his championship from last season. But let's get on to California and see how we can do. All right, I got down to like a 40.7 as my fastest here. Ryan Newman has the pole at like a 38.4, so we're not very quick here, but I think compared to like the back of the field we could be. That's the whole thing. We just gotta be, I think my goal was to try to just get top 40 here, because usually we just finish last or 42nd, 41st. I want to try to finish top 40, because I know there was a couple tracks last year towards the end of the season where we were actually pretty quick. I don't 100% remember which ones, but this is the fastest we've been here by far. Because when I've like completed some of my laps, it said like put your name in for the fastest time, like and all that, like normal. But I'm hoping that we could get a top 40 here is my goal. We'll be faster on the second lap, like at least starting out. We're at a 41.2, that's already 37. So if I can pick up half a second, like I ran on my other time, that might get us into the top 35, I'm hoping. Because top 35 is always a good goal to try to get, but we did qualify top 40, which I think is one of our goals. We need to try to finish in the top 40 a lot of times is the other problem. Top 40 finishing is very difficult for us still. But we do have a pretty good motor for the long straightaways and all that. So I'm hoping that will play into our hands a little bit. I'm gonna corner the best I can. I'm hoping the car can stop doing the stability as much. 40.7, a little bit faster. A 34th, okay, I'll take that. Top 35.
MRN is in Fontana, California, home of the California Speedway for today's Napa Auto Parts 500. It's another great day for racing. Barney, this track is known for its long green flag runs.
Yeah, and what makes these long green runs interesting is that although the cars are all relatively similar, they can have very different pit windows. That can play a very important role at the end of the race with determining who has to pit again and who can go the distance.
Dale Jarrett was part of one of the tightest point battles in NASCAR history in 1997. He ended up finishing second to Jeff Gordon.
And he didn't finish second by much, only 14 points. And Mark Martin wasn't too far behind either. Those last couple of races in a season are pretty exciting when a championship is on the line.
Bill Elliott owned and drove for his own race team for 6 years before joining Ray Evernham in 2001.
You know, driving for your own race team is a tough deal. I think Bill was happy to get back to worrying about one thing, being fast out there on the racetrack.
The Easy Care car has had some bad luck the last 2 races.
Oh, he definitely wants to turn things around starting now. His whole crew seems determined to pull out of this slump. I wouldn't be surprised if they pull off at least a top 15.
I don't know what those commentators are smoking, if they're just thinking I'm going to get another top 15 after last week's performance, but that's a no. We are not that kind of guy. Like, we do not ever finish top 15 unless it's a super speedway. Yes, this is like technically a super speedway because it's like 2 miles long, but this is not your Talladega Daytona where you're just flat out. There's a big difference in the tracks, because we don't turn as well at these ones. The stability slows us up and straightens us out too much in these corners to get a top 15 right now. I need a lot more tire grip to be able to do all that. But we're already falling back per usual. I just need to try to find my rhythm and all that. And I think on the longer run, I'm hoping some guys will fall off more. Steve Park's in last behind us. That's kind of shocking. Jamie McMurray right in front of us. John Andretti. So some of the usual suspects back here, but Steve Park being back here is kind of random as hell. I want to try and block him off so I can get the low side into this corner, because I don't want to be on the outside again. I try to roll into this corner as best as we can, just so we can try and generate as much speed as I can through the corner. The exit of the corner is very important as well, but we just can't get as good of a runoff as a lot of these guys. But we're going to have to pit probably like 10 laps or so. Fuel seems like it's going to go by pretty quick because it's a shorter race, but we have to pit in each race. So it's a kind of a weird length one. Kind of like Talladega. It was only 18 laps long. We pitted on like lap 10 going into 11, I think, just about. But I'm hoping somebody blows your motor like normal, and then also I'm hoping after some laps we can start catching some of these guys and passing them for a position, like John Andretti. He's kind of off the pace compared to the group, it looks like. It's kind of like us. I'm hoping his tires fall off really bad and mine don't get too terrible, and then we need to pit really well is the other problem to actually stay in front of him. But I thought this would be a track we'd be a little bit better at than this. We qualified decent, but per usual when we qualify there, we always fall back to the last place very, very quickly because everybody's race pace is so much quicker than their qualifying, which is just ass backwards of normal. Because I ran a 40.72 already in this race, and that was probably the slowest lap out of anybody so far, and that's my fastest. So it's like, it doesn't make sense how they get faster in the race because I don't change anything usually from qualifying to the race, so they just get faster somehow. I never understand how. There's a couple guys pitting now, but actually I was thinking of coming in and pitting right now, like kind of being off sequence, pitting a little early. But there is a decent amount of people, but I'm gonna do it anyways, try and make the car a little bit better if we can. Gotta get down to 70 miles an hour. Don't know where the line is. It might be right here. Yeah, it is. Okay. So let's try and up that a little, down on that slightly. We'll see if that helps any. We were so far off of last place, or not last place, we were last place, but so far behind John Andretti still. He was still the one that was in front of us, but we're gonna get slowed up a little bit. Just a little bit, but that's all right. Oh my goodness, of course we have pit road problems, but at least we're already slow this time. I would have been more disappointed if we had those problems last week at Dega, because I did not want a slow stop at Dega at all, but we ended up having a little bit of one anyways, but that's a little unfortunate for us. But overall, still gonna be in last no matter what. It looks like the leaders are probably about to lap us for the second time because I was in pit road, probably got lapped once there. But leader's going to be pitting here in the next handful of laps anyways, so I know we'll get back to one lap down, just we'll be in the thick of everybody at that point. I'm just hoping somebody blows their motor and we can finish at least 42nd then, because, man, I thought this was going to be a better race for us. I'm a little disappointed. Man, it's Dale Jarrett in the lead also. Like, he is killing it this season. I think that he's had multiple wins already. Like, he won at Dega. I want to say... Did he win Daytona as well? I can't remember, but he's done great a lot of these races this season. I don't think he's DNF'd out so far. I think last season he did a few times, and he still was like top 5 in points, I want to say. So he has been killing it so far in this career mode, and he's just trying to solidify himself as the top guy this season for sure. Oh, there's somebody with a blown engine down on the bottom. I don't know who it is yet. But we're like half the track or a little bit more behind the leader again to go another lap down. Only like 4 or 5 cars are a lap down. That is Bobby Labonte. Unfortunate. He just passed us like around like 12th, 13th on track maybe. So next lap by we'll get a spot at least. I was really worried nobody was going to blow their motor and we weren't going to get any free spots. So happy we finally got one. That's nice. Well, our car really fell off at the end of this run. I think I made my car worse, honestly, pitting when I did and doing a couple changes. I think I honestly made it worse because I'm going so slow through these corners. But we're on the white flag finally. We're going to finish 42nd, unfortunately. But I thought we were going to do a little better than we did here. Now I don't know how Michigan's going to go because Michigan's a lot like this track. But I think it's a little wider and a little bit more flowy for us. So I'm hoping we can still do good at Michigan. Richmond next episode is going to be rough, I feel like. But yeah, I'm just happy we did good at Talladega and we got some money there. And we qualified well in this one at least. We do get a decent amount of money. Oh, 114,000 because we qualified well. That's the thing we need to do. Just qualify like top 35-ish every week, and that would be good for us. I think our sponsorship's now top 40, so it's not as difficult, but a lot of the times early in the season we qualified like 36, 37, 38th, and it was killing us in the money. But hopefully we can start gaining back that money, and I need to get those guys back on our team so I could start repairing engines and chassis more. We've got nearly $300,000 in the bank now, which is good. For our engine and stuff, we got 3 more races on the new engine, 1 more race on the chassis, and then I can get a new fabricator and chassis guy, I believe. So that will be useful. Going on to Richmond next week as well is going to be rough, like I said. Richmond, oh, we got Lowe's after that, so that actually might be okay. Michigan's not for a while, actually. Okay, so that's all right. But standings wise, we're still 41st. We're in front of Casey Kane still by 40 points. He only finished one spot ahead of us. And Dale Jarrett did win that race also, so he is dominating in the points right now. 138 up on Dale Earnhardt Jr. Then Sterling Marlin, Mark Martin, and Ricky Rudd to finish out the top 5. 226 points back is wild. Jeff Gordon back into the top 10 there, trying to gain back those points, but he can't if Jarrett keeps winning all his races. He needs to try to defend his title, but Jarrett is on a roll right now, killing everybody. His earnings is crazy too. I think he definitely won the Daytona 500 with those earnings, 2.67 compared to everybody else. I think he won the 500 if I am not mistaken. Or can I see past races? Oh my God, he won the last 2 races. He won at Texas, and he won Las Vegas and Daytona. He's won 5 times this year. That's absolutely crazy. I did not know he won that many times. That is kind of nuts. And 2 in a row right now. He'll see if he can make it 3 in a row at Richmond next episode. So I appreciate you guys watching as always. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We're getting some money back, and we're going to start trying to push back forward. We've been making some progress, and now we kind of got stumbled a little bit with the negative money and everybody quitting on us. So everything stumbled a little bit there, but we're slowly making our way back. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Appreciate you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.